I certainly appreciate him, and we recognize him as one of our most outstanding doctors, physicians in the city of Houston. Quite frankly, one of the most outstanding physicians in the country. So thank you for what you're doing in Houston, and thank you for your support. Ambassador Lee, it is good to be with you one more time. Again, I do count you not only as the ambassador from China, but also as a friend, as a personal friend and a friend to this city. And quite frankly, after listening to Ambassador Lee, I don't have to say nearly as much because he sold the city of Houston very, very well. So I cannot do a better job than what Ambassador Lee did this morning. So thank you for your support of the city of Houston. To Allison Lee, who's represented here, Congressman Green, and I know he's on his way. Certainly want to acknowledge her. Look, to the Alliance of North American Chinese Physicians, let me thank you for coming to the city of Houston. This is your third annual meeting, and I believe this is the first time you're in the city of Houston. I hope it will not be your last. I hope that you have already had an enjoyable experience and will have an enjoyable experience. If you run into any person in the city of Houston that is rude to you, that person is from New York or Chicago. In the city of Houston, we are not rude. We are very respectful, and we are very warm and friendly people. We are still trying to indoctrinate the people from Chicago and New York and LA and Atlanta and DC on the Houston way. But this is a very warm city. In fact, we are the most diverse city in the United States. The most diverse. I know some will say, how many are from New York? Do I have any people from New York here? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I talked about you all. I did not mean those of you who are here. It's the other people who are not here. Anyone from Chicago that's here? Chicago? Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to talk. I'm not talking about you all. I'm talking about those other people from Chicago. But bear in mind, we are the most diverse city in the country. I know for a long time people would have said, New York, Chicago, LA, those cities. But Houston is. In fact, one of 4 Houstonians is now foreign born. So 1 out of 4 Houstonians comes from outside of the United States, and we are very, very proud of that. But we don't just stop at diversity, because if you talk about diversity, you can still be separate, segregated, and apart. I want to acknowledge Congressman Al Green, who is now here. Congressman Al Green. If you just talk about diversity and stop there, you still miss the point, because you can be diverse and yet separate, segregated, and apart. What we focus on in the city of Houston is to be diverse as well as inclusive. That's critically important. And that was demonstrated during and after Hurricane Harvey. And as you know, a lot of water fell on the city of Houston, but we rebounded very quickly, and in large part is because of the diversity that exists within our city and people coming together. And there were a number of people in the Asian community that were impacted, but people came together, and so we coined the phrase Houston Strong. And just like your theme, together we build a brighter future in this city. That is what we are striving to do, to build a brighter future, which means that we have to be more resilient, and we cannot just build the city back the way it used to be. We have to build going forward. But the goal is to build a brighter future. And one of the reasons why I came here this morning is because there are 250 to 300 outstanding physicians who happen to be Chinese, but 250 to 300 outstanding physicians from across the country that are meeting here in the city of Houston. And I was told that all of you want to remain in the city of Houston. You are going to help us build a brighter future. So if you'll let me know where hospitals or institutions you're working in your respective cities, I will write them a letter and let them know that you do not intend to return. That you are in the city of Houston. We're proud of the doctors that we have, the Chinese doctors who are here in this city. We are proud of each and every one of them. And Ambassador, you know we have some outstanding physicians that are helping to make our city stronger and healthier. We are pleased with the Texas Medical Center, the largest medical complex in the world, with more than 110,000 employees at the Texas Medical Center. And now the focus is on innovation and technology. And so we're focusing now on TMC, Texas Medical Center TMC 3, which has the potential of expanding the size of the medical center by a third, which would even make it an even greater complex. And the focus in the city now is on technology and innovation. Not to say that that has not taken place in the past, because we are the energy capital of the world, as the ambassador alluded to. We are. We are the largest medical complex, the largest children's hospital in the world, and we are proud of that. And as we say to people, we can take you to space and all around the world in one day in the city. And so that's the focus, whether it's teaching or medicine or research. Those are the things that we are focused on in this city. And so I am so honored to welcome you here to the city of Houston. I want you to have an enjoyable experience in the city of Houston. But this is a city where if you dream big, big things can happen. And it is a city that we believe is the gateway to the world. And it's a city that if you want to know where the future of the United States is going, we believe it goes right through the city of Houston. We believe that. And we are striving every day to demonstrate that. We are not just trying to compete with other cities in the country. We know we have to compete on the global marketplace. And in order for that to happen, you have to have outstanding educational institutions. You have to enhance your quality of life. And you have to have an environment where people from all walks of life feel welcomed and appreciated when they come. And in this city, it doesn't matter where you come from. As Dr. Fain said, he came with $200, and he's an outstanding physician today. In my case, I come from a situation where mom was a maid, didn't graduate from high school, and reared 9 kids by herself. I am now the mayor of the city of Houston. So you can come from humble beginnings in this city, but you can rise to the greatest heights. And that's what we are all about in the city. So enjoy the day. I know you wrap up on the 4th, but like I said, if you run into anybody that is not nice, that person is not a Houstonian. That person comes from Boston. Thank you very much.